Good morning, thriving warriors. Well, let's see. Don't have my cell phone here, so I will just have to tell you the date and time. The date is Friday, January 13th, 2023, and it is 6:17 in the morning. I do not know the weather. That's okay, though. So here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. B is better. It is a journey. And what we basically do is we place breadcrumbs along the path of that journey in order to, good morning, Charlene, breadcrumbs in order to make it easy for you to continue on the journey successfully, to successfully navigate the journey. So journey is something that's kind of long, and there are adventures, which means it's not always easy. What is happening here? Very distracting. Okay. So what other breadcrumbs do we have? Well, down below in the description, please subscribe, click on the link, click the bell, please thumbs up, etc. We have several other breadcrumbs. Breadcrumb to our 4-week online course, our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. We are in week 2, day 5. Good morning, Diana. We have a link to the motivational video, the high quality motivational video that I watched starting around 4:20 in the morning. 4:20 in the morning to prepare for this. We have a link to the TED Talk that goes along with where we are today, week 2, day 5. Today it's Kelly McGonigal talking about stress and the neurotransmitters related to stress. We have a link to our Bible studies, links to other services we provide: housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, foundational employment, career planning. And we have a link, usually in a transcript, of Seth Godin's daily 20-plus year blog. So a lot packaged into this little 10-ish type minute podcast. And we thank you, people who are the regular people, for being here, for helping make it happen. That's part of the job. We also take a Clarksworth Law approach to everything we do. So now we're going to get started. Water in cup. Hot water in cup. Interesting. What do we have to do about that? I don't want hot water. I actually want coffee. So I'm going to pour there. So we need to, that wasn't water. That was my MCT oil. All right, then. Okay, so let's get ready. So what do we need to do to prepare? We need to have our coffee. Beep. We need a pen, and we need something to write it in. And I say the highest quality book you can. It's something that I think should be small, so it's easy to carry around with you. But some people like spiral bound books. Some people like other notebooks. I like permanent type books. So we have that all ready to go. The next breadcrumb is our theme. It's simple. The light is awfully harsh. Brings out the wrinkles in me. Okay. It's simple. So you want to get from point A to point B. It's simple. Today's message is respond, don't react. Respond to the world around you. Don't react to it. Have a planned response. Control your emotions. All right. Now, next thing, be prepared with pen and answer the following questions. I am so happy and grateful now that what? Think about it. What am I happy and grateful about? What's the first thing that comes to my mind? Well, I'm going to be going to Boxable today. Meeting with some key important people there. Randy Bissell is going with. Let's see, Michelle Weston, our Medicare expert, is going because she would like to participate more. Maybe perhaps buy a Boxable herself. Good system. So I'm so happy and grateful now that that is what we're doing, pushing the ball further down the field regarding that. I'm also happy and grateful that Randy has picked up the mantle regarding our American Legion post. So, all right, next set of breadcrumbs are the memes. The memes from today's video. Diana, what is a meme? What is a meme? It's an idea that spreads from brain to brain. Correct. Right. Let's see. Diana says bad internet. Is that true, Charlene? Is the internet not good today? Maybe it's on your end. Who knows? Okay. So another meme from today's video is, or one of the memes from today's video is this concept of if everybody knew neuroscience, finance, investing, parenting, self-esteem, the world would be a better place. And that there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of subjects taught in school that don't lead toward a life of meaning and purpose. And that's kind of where the journey is. If you want to get from point A to point B, where B is better, there has to be meaning and purpose in your life. It's not just about money. However, money does provide more options. You have more ways to experience life. But if you can't be happy with less, you're not going to be happy with more. Idea going from brain to brain. You're right, Diana. Okay, so one meme was a story, which I'm going to incorporate, tell a little bit differently than in the video, motivational video. It's the story of the old cat and the young cat. The old cat's an old grizzled alley-type cat. Maybe it's been in a house for a while, but it's been out there in the world. Versus the young cat who just graduated from cat school, cat philosophy school, and so no college. University, it knows everything. Cat university, it knows everything. So the old cat says, well, what did you learn? What have you learned in your studies? And the young cat said, well, I learned there's two things that make cats happy. There's two things for cats. Number one, all cats seek happiness. That's what we want, it's happiness. And number two, happiness is located in the tip of a cat's tail. So I figured out, I was taught, I learned, I believe that if I chase my tail and catch it, and I bite down on my hat, I will have captured happiness because it's located in the tip of my tail. And the old cat says, interesting. Well, I didn't have the benefit of going to cat school. I've kind of been knocking around out here in the world, gotten banged up and scraped up and had a lot of setbacks and challenges. But I agree with you. All cats seek happiness, and happiness is located in the tip of your tail. But here's what I have discovered. If you pursue a life of meaning and purpose, your tail follows you. It goes you wherever you are. Ba-boom-ba. Okay, so meaning and purpose. Life of meaning and purpose. If you pursue meaning and purpose, happiness will follow. Aha, aha. All right, so here we are at 9:01 in. Let's go to Seth Godin. Seth's blog is very long, so it's probably a little bit rushed because Seth is very good at doing things. So the platform and the curator. Who has their hand on the dial? Talk with someone who works at Apple, Amazon, Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., and they'll be happy to give you tips on how to work the platform to your advantage, how to get it a bit more attention for your podcast or your website or your photos. Unstated in this helpful posture is an unseen bias. They have a platform mindset. This is the opposite of the thinking at a record label or a book publisher or a newspaper. They understand that their most important job is curation, choosing what goes on the front page. Of course, platforms have long been curators, but they've embraced the role instead of denying it. Radio station program directors decided what would be in heavy rotation, and bookstore owners figured out what to put in the window or by the cash register. These platform leaders understand that their decision to promote something instead of everything was a key part of their job. The platform mindset is sort of helpless. The algorithm is in charge. They aren't. The data decides. They don't. In the short run, this bias feels helpful in a lot of ways. It eliminates gatekeeper errors. Since everything has a chance, being alert as a gatekeeper feels less important. When Decca famously turned down the Beatles, it was a mistake that cost them for decades. A platform executive doesn't have to worry about this, since they can carry everyone and let the market sort itself out. But there are two problems with this chosen, learned helplessness. The first is that it's simply not true. The algorithm doesn't write itself. The rise in hate speech on platforms like Twitter is possible because the algorithm rewards it. The vapid recipes that people build on websites are there because Google's algorithm rewards them. And yes, the nauseous additional fees that airlines charge are there because the travel websites rank flights with hidden charges higher in the results than those that are honest about what it really costs. When platforms grow in scale, they often add hardworking, well-meaning people to engage the public, sort of a buffer between curators and the algorithm. But they're instructed that the algorithm itself is sacrosanct and off limits. We sell everything. We don't know how to sell any particular thing. Get some meetings with Apple's podcast team. Go to some meetings with Apple's podcast team, the ones who apparently can make or break a podcast by promoting it. And you'll soon realize that Apple isn't really in the business of helping its many users find podcasts that will elevate, inspire, and educate them. Instead, they're simply feeding the platform. Netflix, in its best moments, succeeds because they break the platform paradigm and shift into curation. The second is that the platform first, agnostic, non-curation ultimately leads to the demise of the platform. The aphorism is, enough A/B testing will turn any website into a porn site. That's because the short-term waves of data-driven algorithmic feedback loops inevitably make platforms banal, then trashy. This is happening to Amazon. Their Amazon Go stores in New York are dull. The search results spam on their site is worse. Inevitably, the people they most want to serve get frustrated, bored, or bummed out and go somewhere else. What to do about it? Well, if you're a creator, it helps to realize that you're probably not going to be treated in a special way by any platform that has a platform mindset. There isn't a shortcut. There are simply lots of dreary steps and then maybe some luck. And if you're part of a platform that has scale or hope to build one, this is the perfect moment to learn from the curation that came before. When we talk about the folks that built the parts of our culture that we're proud of, we almost never talk about the platforms. We talk about people who had the guts and the taste and the energy to help others discover things that made a difference, all while winnowing out the cruft and the junk. We shouldn't be here to feed the platform. The platform needs to be here for us. Wow. Wow, a lot of stuff in there. That's one that's going to go down in the history books. The platform and the curator. Take back individuality. Take back. Take it back. Take it back from the algorithm, from the machine. Okay, we're at 14:21 in. Bo should be coming in any second to do Bible study. Let's see, what do we have next? Our Navy SEAL Maxim breadcrumb bleep, which is act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push yourself just a little bit harder every day. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Embrace the suck. Remind yourself there's at least 1 billion people out there that would trade places with me right now. We had somebody here yesterday who made a choice. believing that this wasn't good enough. And hopefully that person will make the same decision Bo made a couple weeks ago and come back saying it's chasing happiness is like a cat chasing its tail. Lastly, thank you to Diana and Charlene for being here. Wadabevi is not here, but or Jeff or Todd or some of the other people from the past. Greg is probably still at work. Just remember, if you are still here, God isn't done with you yet. Figure out your meaning and purpose, how you can best serve other people to make their lives better. Boom. And can somebody say and cut? And cut. Good. Thank you, Charlene. And cut.